Welcome to the Record Machine Show podcast. And now, here's your host, James Michael Hollenstein.
We have an incredible show lined up for you today, featuring the talented Lady Redneck, the Dallas-based Christian and country music sensation. And we'll kick things off with her inspiring brand new single, Walk in Faith. So without further ado, let's dive into the uplifting melodies and heartfelt lyrics that await us.
Trust in you even when I don't understand. Lord, part the waters and I'll walk through. The wind and the waves obey your voice, there's nothing you can't do. You didn't bring out the Red Sea, but you made a way. So cross my ocean, I'll walk in faith. Faith in the Lord, I'll walk in faith. Part of the plan. I trust in you even when I don't understand. Lord, part the waters and I'll walk through. The wind and the waves obey your voice, there's nothing you can't do. I didn't run out the Red Sea, but you made a way. So cross my ocean, I'll walk in faith. Walking and walking and walking and walking and walking in faith. I take a step in the night and hold on tight, trusting in the Lord everything's alright. Walking by faith day and night. Lord, for you I'd give my life. When this was come up, I know it's part of your plan. I trust in you even when I don't understand. Lord, part the waters and I'll walk through. Lord, part the waters, I'll walk through. The waves obey your voice, there's nothing you can't do. I didn't remove the Red Sea, but you made it. So cross my ocean, I'll walk in faith. Faith in the Lord, I'll walk in faith.
You just heard the incredible Lady Redneck's brand new single, Walk in Faith. And joining us on the line is the talented artist herself. Stephanie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Where are you calling from today?
North Dallas.
Oh, you're in Dallas, huh?
Yeah. Where are you at?
I'm still in Myrtle Beach, remember?
Oh, yes. Yes. I wasn't thinking. Of course.
Your most recent appearance on the show occurred in May of 22. Since then, you've released a couple of singles that will be highlighted in this podcast, Walk in Faith and A Child of God. Could you share the stories behind these songs?
I would love to. Walk in Faith was actually a really recent song. That was my latest single. And there's a fun story behind it, in a sense, just that Netflix came out with a new Moses movie, and those are kind of fun. Mm-hmm. And this one was really a really good one. And as I was watching the movie, I was thinking about the Israelites and how they had to walk through on dry ground with the sea walls on both sides. And I thought, that took a lot of faith to walk through, knowing that the water could literally come down on them at any minute. And so if you think about, Moses has done these amazing miracles, so you just assume it's going to hold up. But really, it's taken that step of faith and just trusting God that on your journey, he's going to keep those walls and he's going to keep you safe. And then also, there was a lot that I pondered. Because, I watched it for a few days with my husband, and it was like, one of the other things that I thought about was he didn't just like remove the Red Sea or just provide a different way. Like they still had to go through that trial. Mm-hmm. He just helped them through it. And so all of those thoughts kind of came together into that song, Walk in Faith.
Nice. And what about the other one?
The Child of God was one that just was really dear to my heart. I was thinking about, a lot of times I'll start praying before I write a song about what like God would want me to tell, through music and what kind of message that he would want me to give. And for the longest time, I just kept getting these overpowering love to just share his love. But before I wrote Child of God, I was just really thinking about that. And I felt like the message that he wanted to give was just that we're all children of God, that he is literally our Father. He loves us. He knows us. And, when you think of him that way, instead of thinking, because he's an all-powerful, omniscient God, right? And when you think about that, it's kind of intimidating and scary. But if you think of him more as like a father, and that we're his children, and that he loves us the way a father would, like I'm really close to my dad, and we have an amazing relationship, and I know he'd do anything for me, and he loves me, and he would make decisions accordingly. And so when you think about God being like a father, then, I don't know, it just makes it a little bit it's easier to feel close and just to feel more of his love, I feel like. So I was glad that was the message that I felt like that he wanted me to share. And then there was actually, after I'd written it, I recorded it, but it just didn't feel like it was right. Mm-hmm. Like I finished the song and it was good, but it was like something's missing. And so then as I was praying about it, I did to have my daughter Brinley and some of her friends sing on the last chorus, and just have those little children voices, because sometimes when you hear like a child's voice and it just really
right.
it really touches you.
Right.
Well, so I just literally recorded them, and on a condenser mic at our house, and then I sent it to the producer, and he loved the idea, and then we replaced the chorus I had done with their sweet little chorus, and to me then it was finished, and I felt like, yeah, that's the way that God would want this song. And anyway, so it's kind of fun having my daughter, because that's the first time that she's been, a part of my music. And so it was really special to me in that sense.
Awesome story. How do you approach incorporating different genres or styles into your music, and what challenges or benefits does it bring?
Well, I feel like it brings different listeners, because it's really interesting to me, because I love to ask on social media, when did you first start following me, or what song caught your attention? And I love that all the answers are different. This song I heard this song and I just loved it. And so I feel like when you're incorporating different genres, especially like where I'm trying to do more Christian music right now, but I added a little bit of rap in Walk in Faith, or I'll add a little more of a rock sound in one, a little more of a country or folk sound in another. I think it just resonates with different people, and the messages are positive and uplifting. And I think that maybe it just gives other people maybe a chance to be more open to it. Because you know what I mean? Like if you really are into rock music, and then my songs all sound really pop and country, you're maybe not as likely to listen to it if you heard one that, like on Walk in Faith, where Brad was just tearing up the guitar,
Exactly. Yeah, so you're putting yourself out there to multiple fan bases, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jimmy, yeah.
Awesome. Can you discuss any upcoming collaborations or projects that you're particularly excited about?
I'm really excited about. I'm trying to think. It's not necessarily a collaboration that I've got scheduled in relation to music. I'm working on a couple of other projects, but with my music, I do have some shows coming up this month that I'm really excited about. And then I've got 2 new releases that I've already planned that I have not even told fans about. I'm really excited about that. And then I'm planning on making 2025 the best year yet. And I've got a lot of ideas as far as different ways to approach and, just kind of hopefully make Lady Redneck feed grow. And, because I think it's fun for the fans to see the progression of an artist. So I'm just hoping that it's that it's going to be pleasing to them and it'll work out the way that I'm hoping.
Oh, I'm sure it will. How do you approach the process of marketing and promoting your music, and what strategies have been most effective for you?
That is such a good question. I think for me, honestly, just social media has been amazing for me because it's where I've found probably most of my fans. Like, I don't know that I found as many on Spotify or places where typically I think maybe artists get discovered. I haven't really worked on a lot of those and done a lot as far as the marketing, and I would like to, but I just haven't. And so with me, social media has been great because with the music videos and just, talking about music and sharing the message, it's been a great way to get my music out there. Mm-hmm. And then also I work with a great company, MTS, and they are amazing as far as helping get my music out there and just helping it be played across the world. So I know I wouldn't be as far without their help as well.
Yeah, Michael's great, isn't he?
He is. He really is. He's been such a blessing. I've worked with him now for at least a year and a half. It's probably been longer, and he is amazing.
Now, you're on Facebook and Instagram. Do you have a TikTok as well?
I do, yeah. I have TikTok, I have LinkedIn, I have X. I'm all over the place.
I've noticed on Instagram you post like a lot of, I guess you would say like affirmations or self-help type videos. Any plans to like maybe launch your own podcast?
That is a good question. I've toyed with the idea back and forth, but music is my first love, and I find myself like starting to go down these little rabbit hole paths of different. I do a lot of like affiliate marketing and a lot of videos for businesses, mm-hmm. and when I just want to keep my music just focused on, I guess because I am like a full-time mom on top of that, and I only literally have so much time.
Right.
I thought about it, and I think it would be so fun, but I don't have a plan for a podcast in the future.
How do you see the rise of independent artists and the DIY approach changing the music landscape?
And when you asked that question, my first thought actually went to AI. And let me just explain to you why, but then I want to kind of go back.
Sure.
With AI, they've got it even where there's apps where you can literally have them make your own music video. I haven't done it, mm-hmm. but, as far as I know that there's apps where you can sing a song and the music will just add behind you. You can kind of pick the genre and it just fills it in. And then people are just releasing that way, like not even going to studios, literally singing, into their phone. And I already felt like before AI, just going a DIY route, doing it your own way, it's been amazing because, many years ago, you had to be with a record label or there was no way anybody was going to hear you.
Right.
But with the internet, leveling the playing field and just letting you, social media, letting you just share your music that way, it changed everything. And I feel like we're actually on the verge or starting to see another big change just with the whole AI market. And I worry about it to some degree. I like leveling the playing field. I like all of the DIY and the opportunities that are given with technology, but I just worry about with the AI that it may take away some of the human elements and some of the creative process to some extent. Because right. I guess for me, like when I go in the studio, I like to go when I've written a song, but I don't have it perfected by any means. Like it's still a little bit new in my head because then I feel like I can just, it's not already cemented in and I can come up with all these creative ideas. And I know that's probably the craziest thing that people are going to hear or think that I'm saying because, a lot of people that would probably scare them to death thinking about not having it in its perfected form going to the studio. But when I go, like between myself and then the producer, Brad Davis, that I work with, we come up with, we're like, oh, and let's try this, and let's try this. And, then it feels like a little bit magical. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, if you're just with AI, you're probably getting an amazing product, but you don't have that creative, you don't have the human part of it, and maybe even the spirit that God gives you if you're creating, in His name, or I don't know. I'm a little I love the whole. I'm so grateful for the DIY and all the opportunities, but I am a little bit nervous about like the AI, and maybe I should just jump in wholeheartedly. I'm just not sure, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally get it. But with the DIY approach, I mean, you don't have to really take any garbage from people either. You can kind of do your music the way that you visioned it in the first place.
Absolutely, and I've loved that part of it, because I've heard so many stories of people just getting burned with, signing with somebody, and I've had lots of great offers, but I really like being able to do my own thing and not being tied down and not being able to, commit or be forced to sound a certain way. I know we talked about this before, Jenny, but it's nice to be able to just write my own stuff, and just be me, rather than being who they want me to be, because it's marketable,
Exactly, and what you've been doing so far has worked out. Just recently, you were honored with top awards at the 17th Praise Factor Awards for Songwriter of the Year. What was that experience like?
Oh my gosh, that was absolutely amazing. I am so grateful. I can't even tell you what it felt like, because to me, it was a little bit surreal. It's funny because I think growing up in the little small town that I grew up in, and just, I have big dreams, but actually seeing like some of them come to life is kind of surreal. Like, I guess I just feel humble. Like, do I really, like, almost like, did I really deserve this? Like, am I really, I don't know. I don't know. It was amazing.
I bet. Now, did you have to go, it was in Atlanta, right? Did you have to go there to accept the award?
Yes. And unfortunately, I was really, like, I was really super sick for 2 weeks, like the sickest I've been probably in 20 years. And so I wasn't able to go. So it breaks my heart, because I would love to support them. And I feel so sad about that.
Well, you won, so that's the most important thing. That's great. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can you share any insights to the role of fashion or style in the music industry, and how has it influenced your own image?
Yeah, I know that's always a big thing, right? It's and as far as my image, I think that I used to opt more for the country image, and right now I'm not really trying to do anything specific. I'm just being me, and so I don't know that I'm as stylish as some of them out there, but I do love to wear the trendy clothes. And as far as, I think with my name being the way that it is, it already sets up a certain image, maybe. Mm-hmm. And so, but I'm just more, I think maybe I'm a little bit more of a what you see is what you get kind of girl than a lot of them out there. But I do love, I love all of the cute, shoes and the cute, jeans and everything that's in stock. I love it all. And I don't know that I'm quite as trendy as far as some of that.
Well, branding and image is pretty important when you're a performer, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
What's been the most rewarding aspect of your journey so far, personally or professionally?
The most rewarding, it has probably been like little just messages that I get from people saying that I said the right thing at the right time, and it made a difference in their life, and that they were giving up on God, and then they realized, that they listened to something and it had helped them, or it brought them peace. And I do, like, the Praise of Music Award, that was awesome. And, like, a lot of the nominations and having, #1 iTunes hits and all this stuff is amazing. It makes me feel great. But I think that the things that touch me the most, like, just in my heart, is just literally just little messages from people saying that I made, like, a little bit of a difference, because even if it's just, like, one person, that it made that big of a difference in their life, to me, that's like, a greater reward, I guess.
Awesome. Now, just recently, you held another contest, right? Didn't you give away a trip somewhere in Oklahoma? How did that go?
Yes. I'm actually giving it away today on social media around 2 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
So I'm really excited. It's a 2-night stay at a luxury cabin at Suite 12 in Oklahoma. And we went up and stayed there for 4 days and just got to experience it. And I tell you, whoever wins this is going to be so lucky, because it's amazing. I could have stayed there for a year. Nice.
So what, did you partner with the resort?
I did, with the company that owned this amazing cabin, and it's awesome. It's just great. So, yeah, I do, like I mentioned, I do videos and stuff for other businesses, and I really like that. And I think lately I've liked a little bit more of the travel stuff, especially I'm thinking if I did that and put it around different gigs, it would be ideal because then I could, be playing my music and then also helping market, different places. And so that's kind of the direction a little bit. And without going down a rabbit hole, like I mentioned, that's something that I can do and still have my focus be on the music. So.
Awesome. Well, good luck to whoever wins that. I think that's pretty awesome of you to sponsor something like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for somebody to get it. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. Where can the audience find additional information on you?
Honestly, like if you just Google Lady Redneck or jump on any of these social medias, I'm so active on there, and I try to be on, most of the platforms at least once a day to answer comments or respond, or and I'm constantly sharing new stuff. And then I've got like a members only club on my website, as well as just with the social medias, how they have subscribers. I do the whole subscriber thing. So, and that's really fun because then it's more of a one-on-one. So it's probably the easiest way.
Is there anything you'd like to mention that we didn't talk about today?
One of my favorite times of the year, my favorite time of the year, next to summer, or maybe even above summer, is Christmas. I love the spirit and the peace that it brings. And I have done so much Christmas music. And so if anybody's looking for some Christmas music, you don't even, I've got some CDs out, but I know not everybody loves CDs, but I've got some good Christmas music out that kind of targets different genres. So hopefully I would have something that you like. But anyway, just hoping that you'll check out some of my Christmas music because it's a lot of fun, and I've got some good stuff out there.
Great. Well, Stephanie, it's been great catching up with you today. It's been 2 years, but it was definitely worth the wait. I had a great time talking with you.
Thanks so much, Jimmy. Yeah, I had a great time talking to you too. I can't believe it's been 2 years, but yeah. What a privilege it is to be on your show again. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you're welcome, and I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Thank you. I hope the same for you.
All right, let's talk soon. When the next single comes out, I'd love to have you back on, all right?
I would love to do that. Thanks so much, Jimmy. Thank you.
All right, you take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Well, that was pretty cool. And as always, we like to close the show with a song. So sit back, enjoy another great tune by Lady Redneck. This one's called A Child of God.
Broken, that's how I felt, how I lived, torn apart and incomplete, shattered sins cutting me. Now I know who I am, now I finally understand I'm so much more. You made me whole, I am a child of God and He loves me. Cut me like a knife. No one would know if I lived or died. But now I know who I am. Now I finally understand. You're always there. You hear every prayer. I am a child of God and He loves me. I am a daughter of a king, an heir of royalty, not of this world. Truly yours, a child of God.
The Record Machine Show is a weekly radio podcast produced by Jimmy Hall Productions. All rights reserved. For information regarding distribution or adding this podcast to your website, please visit our contact page at therecordmachineshow.com to submit your request. Thanks for listening. See you next time on The Record Machine Show.
The Record Machine Show.